to get the day started here at the Sidekick. I've got another piece that I found a little while ago. I'll show you in the cleanup. I believe it's all there, rounded tip. We got the rain down here on it this time. I think it rained like last time I was here, it was on a Friday. After I left, I think it got like 1/2 inch to 8/10. Then on Saturday, it got another 1/2 inch or so. And then on Sunday, it got 1/2 inch or so. And then on Monday, it got like 1 inch and 6/10. So it's plenty wet. I gave it yesterday to dry out, and in the low spots, it's tacky. But on the high spots, there's a live action broken side section, I think. Let's keep looking. All right, guys, I walked up on this one. It's a turkey tail, but I don't know if the tip's there or not. I hope it is. That'd be sweet. Oh yeah. He's small, but he's sweet. I mean, damn. That's a pretty piece right there, I think. Well, let's keep on looking. I hadn't even got nowhere near the best part, what I consider the best part of the camp. It's got some awesome colors in it. You see that? Brown and blue. But I want to start on the upper side this time. I like saving the best for last sometimes. I got something. It looks kind of crude. But I believe it's whole. Yeah. I'll take it. Just keep looking. Well, I'm back. I seen this piece right here and I lifted up on it. I can tell it's got some weight to it, so I thought I'd get it. I think it's another one of them big tools. Oh man. I think so. Back up a little bit. You can see it. It's just awesome. First field I've ever hunted that had this going on in it. I mean, so abundant. Just look. I think it's about a little over 5 inches probably. It's 3 inches wide. Well, let's just keep on looking. Alright guys, there's a big old Benton. It's crude, but still a big old Benton. It is crude too, I mean. Get around. Flies swarming me. Well, I'll keep on looking. This rain ain't done what I thought it would do. I mean, I'm finding some stuff, but you know, I thought it'd be just like crazy, you know what I mean? With that much rain, it ain't overwashed though. I mean, it didn't puddle up. Is what I'm saying. Sometimes you can ruin a field whenever you get too much rain on it. But this one's hasn't had a lot of fluff to it. It's flattened down some, but it won't be long till it'll dry out. They'll be able to plow this, and when they do, they'll come right down these middles right here. They split these middles, and they'll throw that back on this side, back on that side, and it'll kind of, when this gets a little taller, of course, it's gonna have to get on up a little bit. Then when that dirt goes up against it, it'll leave a kind of a V right in here. And then when it rains, it'll run down, you know, a road down into that V. That's a good time to look after they've plowed this. When they're setting it and this tobacco's short, it stays kind of flat outside of a little ridge right here on both sides of the tobacco plants. And it's kind of like a trough, you know. Crazy how that tool works, or that setter works. It leaves a trough right there, you know, to retain water for these fresh plants, and then when they get on up a little bigger, that plow will change that. Anyway, there's your lesson. Later. Alright, I made it back. It got hot, hot, hot. You see that's probably 75 to 100 pieces of brooks. I laid some brooks over here, but that's because they were just awesome. Look at that. Well, awesomely heartbreaking. Little serrations all over that. I don't know what that would have been, but it would have been cool. That'd have been awesome. Big sandy. A little motley drill. There's the tools complete. Clunkers. There's a hafted scraper. I don't know which end's which. There it is. There's a big bit, and you see me find it's roughing a cob. Not a little blunt. Found this and made out of Fort Payne shirt just right after I walked up in the field, and then put it in my pocket before I ever turned the camera on for it. That's a complete little tool. Fresh brake. There's one. Look here what I brought home. Got me a chicken head. Yeah, right. He's just as natural as he can be. I brought it home though. I was going to see if there any scratching on it. That's the reason I brought these home, because I can't see down there. But I brought it home, put them under a light, and there's nothing on them. This one here though, it's real close to the same size of one end of the gorget that I found earlier this year, and it's the same material too. I didn't see any scratching on them unless it's eroded, you know, and I couldn't see it, but that's the reason basically I brought that piece home. I found a few decent pieces today. Not as much as I would have liked to have found for the amount of rain that we had. That's a pretty Harrodsburg piece. Material's pretty. Yeah, right there's pretty stuff too. Maybe like Dover. I think it's pretty much what that big turkey tail I found was made out of. Had those bands in it. It was brownish with the bands in it. Found me another, and there got some pretty stripes in it. I'm assuming it's kind of like a turkey tail. It's got fire pops or freeze pops, one or the other on both sides. Found this little guy. You never did see yet, but I didn't see much of it. Fixing to do something about these lights. Pathetic. Check this out. That right there ought to do it. I got 3 of them things. And this room is like 28 foot deep. I'm going to put 3 8-foot fluorescent lights with the daylight bulbs in them. I told my wife I may have to put my sunglasses on to do a video up here. But I'm going to see, or I'm fixing to go blind. Check this out. It's a cool little turkey tail there. He's just small. But I was glad to find it. And I was going to show you, you've seen me find a big tool. I was going to show you what I've done down there this year. I told you I'd found a bunch of them things right there. This is the one I found today. And I found a bunch of them. What artifact hunter wouldn't pick these up if they would come across them? So I don't believe the field's been hunted that much at all. Oh yeah, I'm forgetting one. I went ahead and put that one right there in there too. Cause it's, you know, it's along the same lines. This one's a little bit further down the road. That's a handful piece right there. You'd have seen it. It's a 7 5/8. See some of these other ones in comparison to that. I thought you might be interested in seeing it though, or seeing these big tools or whatever they are. I think a lot of them are big preforms. That I found today is going to be, well, it's a 5-incher. But anyway, appreciate y'all watching. We'll try it again whenever we get some more rain.